Welcome back. The musical guests we've had on this show have ranged from country artists to rappers to rockers, but two of our favorites are locals who happen to help out the community every chance they get. The first artist we're going to take a look at is Sam Lundell. He sings, he dances, he plays the piano, and he is always willing to help out those around him.
I went with my oldest brother to the jungles of Ecuador in 2010, summer of 2010, and yeah, it was life-changing, really. And I mean, just seeing the people who live there, just like even from the guys from the U.S. who had gone down and are now full-time missionaries there, just the passion they have for these people and the love that they have just to want to be able to bring God's love to them. And it was an amazing opportunity. The one village we went to, the only other white people that they'd ever seen was the guys who were taking us in to the jungle. So yeah, so it was pretty crazy. Some scary stuff. Sometimes we were in this boat that probably was only 6 inches wider than I am, and yeah, and it was probably a good 10 feet long, and you just had to stay still and hope that you didn't lean too much one way or too much the other, and I mean, yeah, just stuff like that. But at the same time, you know what you're there to do. Yeah, like you're there to bring the love of Jesus to these people, and you're confident that that's what God wants you to do, and you're confident that it's in His hands and that He just has control over it. So there's no fear involved. There's no worry.
You got your babies, I got my hearses. Every blessing comes with the side of curses. I got my vices, I got my vice verses. I got my vice verses.
And then we have the band Kairos, whose members are always out volunteering in our communities.
Kairos is a Greek word. In Greek, there are 2 words for time. Chronos is one that's like the same as the English word for time, just normal time. And Kairos is like divine time or God's time. We are a rock and roll band, originally from Calgary. Now we live in the mighty village of Lloydminster, and it's where we call home now. And we spend most of the year touring around the United States, a little bit in Europe, and last but not least, a few shows here and there in Canada.
Kairos is usually on the road anywhere from 8 to 9 months out of the year. And when we're not touring, we're usually doing something for the band to kind of propel that along. So I would very much say it's full-time, yeah.
What's on my iPod right now? Well, I actually just got a brand new iPhone, and the only thing I put on it is one Collective Soul record. So really it's pretty much empty. But hang on a second. In my car, I only have a cassette player, and our drummer Tyler was just at a record store, and he got me, it's upside down, this Our Lady Peace Clumsy album, which is a pretty old classic, but I'm excited to toss that in the cassette player of my car.
The guys actually give me a really hard time because they'll go searching through my my iPad, and I've actually got one song from various artists. I don't know. I guess I didn't realize before, but I'm not a big album buyer, I guess. Tyler was the first person to give me a hard time about it, and ever since then I've been doing some introspection into my music buying. But so I've got so many different kinds of bands and only one song from each of them.
I know you love me, I know you care. Just shout whenever, and I'll be there.
And we'll have more from the first half of this Around the Region finale when we return after these quick messages.